Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. To our guests that are along the back wall, there's plenty of seats, so if you please grab a seat right quick, I'd appreciate it. You won't make me nervous back there. Once again, I want to say good afternoon to each and every one of you, and welcome. Welcome to a special day for about nine Wichita Police Department members as they celebrate yet another milestone in their careers with what's going to happen to them today. And as I look around at friends and families that are here, you're also part of this milestone within these promotees' life. And so always know that you've been there to support them, you've been there to encourage them, and you've been there to comfort them when they have those roller coaster days, because we know that law enforcement is not easy because of the challenge we face day in and day out. And to have that family support and to have all the friends here, that means a lot to our promotees. It's often been said that it's nice to have friends that will help you to multiply your joys and divide your challenges. And so that too is important. I'd like to acknowledge Sheriff Jeff Easter, who's here. Sheriff Easter, welcome. Many of these candidates, I believe, you've probably either supervised or worked with in their careers while you were here. So, as they would say, let's get this show on the road. Has anybody seen Lieutenant Daniel East? Are you here? Oh, okay. Would you please bring your family down front, sir? Apparently I overlooked you. I was looking over there with the media and I didn't see you over there. Yeah, right in front here. Okay. Daniel, would you like to introduce your family members that are here with us today?
Here's my wife, Lori, my daughter, Caitlin, my son, Cameron, my dad, Harold East, my mom, Phyllis.
Outstanding. Hello, she said hello. Good afternoon. On January the 14th, 1991, Daniel E. East began his career with the Wichita Police Department. He graduated on May the 24th that same year. After a few years with the Wichita Police Department, Daniel East decided to share his talents, skills, and abilities with Prairie Village Police Department for about 18 months. However, he came back to the Wichita Police Department on January the 16th, 1993. Over the next 21 years, he has had an esteemed, dynamic career during that time. Dan also has a bachelor's of science degree in business, which is good. He graduated from Baker University. You know, when you look back over a person's career, you say, okay, what have they done to get them to this point in time in their lives? On February the 22nd, 1997, Dan got promoted to the rank of detective. That was his first promotion outside of when he graduated. On September the 1st, 2001, he got promoted to the rank of sergeant. And then something about February, because on February the 20th of 2010, you got promoted to the rank of lieutenant, which you hold at this point in time. Ironically, when you look at his career, his assignments, he's worked both as a patrol officer and a SCAT officer in patrollees. He's also done an extensive amount of time in the undercover section. He's also worked with the Drug Enforcement Administration Task Force while he was working undercover. He's also been a shift commander for Patrol West as well as Patrol North. He recently was assigned to Administrative Services, where he supervises the Information Services, the Warrant Office, as well as represents the department as a Public Information Office. Ironically, when you look at his recognitions throughout his career, he's gotten numerous Bronze Wreath of Merit from the organization. He's received 2 different Silver Valors with the organization. He's also had the Distinguished Service, Certificate of Commendations, Safe Driving Awards, as well as Perfect Attendance Award. The League of Kansas Municipalities presented him with a certificate of appreciation for his 20 years of contributing to the direction and the welfare and the citizens of Wichita, Kansas. Ironically, sometimes you look at a person's accomplishments and you say, okay, who is the person? What does he stand for? What is he all about? I can tell you that Dan is a dedicated leader. who seeks to accomplish many things through teamwork. He has developed he develops relationships based on honesty as well as dependability. He's demonstrated tremendous tact and diplomacy, particularly serving as the department's PIO. The thing that I admire most about Dan is the fact that he's committed to his family. We're often talking about our daughters and some of the things that our daughters do and things of that nature there. But when you look at his career has been built on strength of character. And we know in this day and age, leadership is not easy. And so when you have that strength of character, you have that value-based foundation, you can succeed no matter what the odds may be or through the trials and tribulations of life. And so on behalf of the Wichita Police Department members, I am honored to present Daniel East with this Captain's Shield.
Whew. Is it just me or is it hot in here? I'd first like to thank Chief Williams, members of executive staff, and also members of the command staff. I'm honored for this opportunity. I also want to thank all of you out there for taking time out of your day, being here during these promotions. I know it means a lot to myself as well as all the other members that are getting promoted today. Throughout my career, I've been blessed to work with some of the finest men and women in law enforcement. I want to thank them and hope that they have learned as much from me as I have learned from them. I feel the work that they have done and the work that they will continue to do throughout all of our careers make Wichita the great city that it is. I'd next like to thank my family for always being supportive of my career, and especially to my wife for always keeping me focused on what really matters. And last, and certainly not least, to my parents. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without them and their guidance. My mom has always taught me the importance of education and to never stop learning. That's probably because she's a retired school teacher of 30-some years. So, my dad, he has always been a man of few words, but his actions have always spoke very loud. And that was for me to always do the right thing, no matter how difficult it may seem. So with that, thank you. I appreciate you being here, and I'm honored for this opportunity.
Normally in the succession of our rank, we would have a lieutenant promotion, but Sergeant Scott Bruno is currently out of the city, so we're going to make his promotion officially on Tuesday during our command staff meeting. So we would normally move to the lieutenant, but because Sergeant Bruno is currently attending bomb training, we'll get that done. However, we'll move to the sergeant ranks, and I'd like to ask Colton Rogers to please come up and bring your family. Would you like to introduce your family, sir?
This is my cousin Harold Tillman, and my work family, Lieutenant Gibbons and Wendell Davis.
Okay, outstanding. You know, when you look back on Roger's career, it began back in August 19th, 1991. After graduating from class, he was assigned to Patrol West. Roger decided to take a break from the career of law enforcement for about a couple of years in 1998. However, he came back and was rehired and assigned to Patrol East. He's also had an opportunity to serve as a school resource officer within the organization. He is the kind of person that no matter what the situation may be, he takes care of business. I think back to a couple of years ago, there was a family member or a young man that was assaulted at Southeast High School. and the mother didn't know what to do as far as making a report, holding the person accountable. To the credit then, Officer Rogers, he walked her through the system to help her to make sure that that young man that assaulted her son was held accountable for his action. That gives an indication of the kind of person he is as far as his compassion, his commitment, his dedication, his love of work, and his desire to make a difference no matter who you may be. And so on behalf of the organization, you're currently a detective, but when I present you this badge, we'll be calling you Sergeant Colton E. Rogers.
I just want to say thank you to, there's a lot of you out there that I worked with, and I appreciate working with you and helping me get here, because when I was a young officer, I had a lot of problems, but I got through. Also to the command staff and the chief for giving me this opportunity to grow and be successful. I'm looking forward to continue working with each and every one of you. Thank you.
Detective Sarah Aldrich, please come down with family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please introduce the family to us.
This is our daughter, Emily. Lance. Lance. This is my sister, Jennifer. She lives in Kansas City.
Okay.
And then my in-laws, Dorothy and Rob. You might see the resemblance between them.
Outstanding and welcome. Did you think back in February 1997 that you'd be standing before this many people to accept yet another badge to recognize a milestone in your career? No. Upon her graduation, Sarah began her career in Patrol North. She had a very short stint there because she was recruited into community policing, but even more than that, she was also recruited to be an undercover detective for a period of time. At that time, Lieutenant Tom Stokes saw a lot of value and significance in having her work undercover at that time, and she's done a great job. The thing that I admire most about her is she's constantly learning. She wasn't satisfied being in undercover. She wasn't satisfied being on the street. She decided to work in the gang section. And as we know, working in gangs and working in homicides presents a lot of different challenges because you're on call 24/7. And to me, that takes a unique person to be able to sacrifice themselves to be able to serve the victims of this, to serve the victims and citizens of this community. She's currently assigned to sex crimes, where she continues to get called in occasionally throughout the weeks and months. And there again, it shows what she's willing to do for the good of our victims as well as holding the suspects accountable. You know, when you look back on your 17-year career, you've made tremendous contributions to not only this organization, but also to the community at large. And on behalf of the men and women of the organization, I'm honored to present you, Sarah Aldrich, with your sergeant's badge. She said the family left her by herself, so.
Thank you for coming today. I know that there are a lot of promotions today, and I'm just honored to be one of them, and I appreciate my family coming, and I appreciate this opportunity from you, sir, and command staff, and I hope that I continue to learn. I've had a lot of great examples over the years, supervisors that I've learned from, and officers and detectives, and I'm committed to continuing my commitment to the police department and to do the best I can, and I will learn. So thank you very much.
Detective Robert Prebles. Come on down with family. Please introduce your family members.
This is my wife, Rhonda, my son, Lance, my daughter, Rachel, my mother-in-law, Mary Lou, my mother, Barbara, and my dad, Larry.
Great. Thank you for being here. There's something about February the 10th, 1997 that tells me that you were in Sergeant Sarah Aldrich's class. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
So that class is having a unique celebration today, huh? Doggone it. Okay. And so that means when you graduated, you went to North as well. What was going on up north that both of y'all went to North?
It seemed like a fun spot to be.
Okay. So who's following whose career here?
Well, she got detective first.
Oh, okay. You know, when you look back on Robert's career, he's worked in various different assignments himself. He worked in the Scat Patrol West. He's also got promoted to the rank of detective back in 2013. As I look on your career, we've had some interaction. He also serves on our bomb unit. He's one of our bomb technicians, so he performs dual roles for not only the department, but also the city of Wichita. He is one of those unassuming individuals that you don't really know he's around, but yet he takes care of business. And no matter what the challenge or what the issues or what the assignment, he manages to work through it. And I've always been appreciative of his can-do attitude. You give him an assignment, he doesn't try to get out of it. He looks at what can I do to get it done. No matter how bizarre the assignment is, he's been able to work through those resolutions, and he knows what I'm talking about. So, but we're proud that over your 17-year career that you've been able to contribute to this community to the level that you have, and not only the community but the department. And I also want to thank your family because serving in dual roles as a member of the bomb unit, he has a tendency to get called out at very unusual nights and days and during holidays. And so we appreciate you sharing him with us as far as the organization and the community as a whole. So on behalf of the organization, your now Detective Preble, it gives me great honor to present you with your sergeant badge, so you'll be known as Sergeant Preble.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Chief Williams and the command staff for their support and their decision to allow me to move forward in my career. I appreciate that. I'd like to thank my family and my friends and the supervisors that have helped me get to this point. Hopefully I can do that for some of my subordinates. So thank you.
Well, we're down to one sergeant's badge. This one here is a little unique for me because I've known this young man ever since he was probably knee-high to a tadpole. You know, sometimes people talk about the influence that police officers has. Chad Beard grew up around police officers, retired chief, Kerry Crisp, myself, some of the others. His dad was involved with a lot of police officers, Mr. Beard himself. And so when you look at a young man that has grown to where he is today, you feel like you have a little bit of ownership because, like I said, I knew him when he was young over at Evergreen Edgemore Recreation Center, and he always wanted to know what does a police officer do? And so he knows what a police officer does. Now he's going to get an opportunity to see what a police supervisor does. And so Chad Beard began his career with the organization on July the 13th, 1998. Upon graduating, he went to Patrol South. From there, he went to the gang section as a gang officer. And he got promoted on the 18th of April, 2009, where he was officially assigned to the gang section as a detective. Ironically, when you look at his career, he too, just like a lot of his previous colleagues, their dedication is family first, the organization is second. And I want to have you to come up forward with your family, please, and introduce the family.
Well, this is my wife, Holly. This is my daughter, Aubrey. This is my son, Connor. My stepmom, Doris, and my dad, Richard.
You've had a 16-year career where you've really made a tremendous difference in this community. No matter what the situation may be, particularly working in gangs, just as I've already talked about others, you answer that call for service, and your family's been supportive when it comes to that call to get out there and to help us to speak to the victims or assist the victims. And to me, that compassion, that commitment, that dedication that you have will bode you well as a supervisor within the Wichita Police Department. To Mr. Beard, you did a great job. Like I said, we met back in the 1970s, and so you did a great job with this young man. So on behalf of the organization, it gives me great honor to present you with your sergeant's badge.
Well, I'd like to say thank you to the executive staff, Chief. There's been a lot of people before me. I started out at Patrol South. I'll never forget Third Watch, the guys that I work with down there, Zandler, Kern, Pickler, all those guys. I moved to the gang unit. I worked with the 4 best guys that I could ever hope for, Dan Hardy, Gilmore, Espinoza. I worked for Spear, Easter. I'll never forget any of that stuff. All those things meant a lot to me. All the people that I've worked with recently, from Hireman to Eric Simon, to Bartell, you guys, Joe Stearns, Rod Miller, Aaron Chafee. I'll never forget any of the stuff that we've gone through, all the stuff that we've been through. I'll never forget any of that stuff. So I want to take all those things that I've learned, all the stuff that I got from all you guys, and I'll never forget where I came from. And hopefully I'll take that out to the street, and I'll be able to make you guys proud as well. So I thank you for the opportunity. I also want to say thank you to my family. Holly, she's always been there. We've been through some struggles, but we're right there on top. My dad, always been supportive of me as well. God rest my mother, who passed away. Never got to see all this opportunity. But again, hopefully I'll make you guys proud, and we'll keep moving forward. So thanks again. Thank you, Chief.
I'd like to acknowledge the District Attorney for Sedgwick County, DA Mark Bennett. Thank you for being here, Mr. Bennett. I think the promotees appreciate your attendance, sir. If I could have, has anybody seen Matthew Langs? Is he still out serving hot dogs, hamburgers? Matthew Langs, one call. Oh, there you are.
You know I'd be here, sir.
Come on down, bring the family with you. While he's coming down yesterday afternoon, as a result of a partnership between the Wichita Police Department, Parks and Recreation, and Housing Development, we served about 400 kids yesterday as part of the summer activity camps for kids, and Officer Lang was out there. One of the things he told me was that not to lose his badge for today, so I think we can handle that. Would you like to introduce the family members?
This is my son Kyler, my beautiful wife Toby, my dad Leonard, my mom Kay, my brother Mike, my uncle Chuck. He works for the city that he got me promotion. My Aunt Mary, Uncle Bob, and the Chuck man I just met today. I don't know who he is. Justin.
Is he a family member?
Yes, he is. He better be.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure here. Wow, 18 years with this organization, Matt. You started your career in 1996, January of 1996. Your first assignment was patrollees. While out there, you continued to do the things that you wanted to do to make a positive difference within this community. In 2010, you moved up north where you became a community policing officer. And during that time, you've been able to not only continue to be a crime fighter, what you originally wanted to be, but you've also been able to expand the ability to build relationships with the community. And what I mean by that is when I saw the kids yesterday hanging on to you, I was wondering if you was giving them candy or something that they wouldn't let you go, but it was the respect level that they had for you because of the time and effort that you gave to them to get to know the kids within the area that you work. And to me, that's a testament to you. Oh, I'm just sitting here, you're one of those unassuming kind of people that people don't really realize that makes a positive difference. And you look at you and you're just laid back. And that's going to be important as you go upstairs in your new assignment. But I got a funny feeling that either my phone or Deputy Chief Nelson Mosley's phone is going to ring off the hook, because I've already heard people say they don't want to lose Matt Lang as their CP officer. So I don't know what we're going to do there. By the way, the lieutenant did ask where we're going to make detectives and put them in the CP. And I said, nah. So with that, it gives me great honor to present you with your detective's badge.
I think the chief said it best when he describes me. I'm very unassuming. For all of those that you work with me, I kind of come off as a different type of person, and that's because I take my job seriously, and I go out and I dedicate 100% of my time and effort to serving the community. And as part of serving the community, I've been on 3 sides of town throughout my career, met a lot of officers, and in this line of work, it's a very tough line of work. So all the people you see here in uniform and the ones that you don't see in uniform, thank them. Take time out, because we know your time is valuable. A lot of time is taken away. But always remember, family comes first. Then your extended family through the police department has helped me throughout my career. And I definitely am going to make a difference as a detective as I did on the streets. Thank you.
You want to do that again? Media, did you catch that? Oh, we did catch it, didn't we? Tyler, where are you? Did we catch that on? Good, we got it. Okay. This is being filmed, by the way, so yeah, we got it. John Bogle, please come on down with family. Now, if you got to be scared of that, something's going on here. John, please introduce your family that are with us.
This is my daughter, Nathan, my daughter, Dara, my daughter, Sierra, my daughter, Braylee, my wife, Jana, my mother, Arlene. This is my dad, this is John. This is my in-laws, this is Sam and my sons, and all my sons.
Thank you for being here. Celebrate another milestone in your career. John Bogle began his career on June 17, 1996. His first assignment was Patrol North. They must have been short of Patrol North that everybody's going north, but in 2004 he became the Patrol East Community Policing Officer, where he serves for an extended period of time. And then in 2012, he decided that he wanted to continue to diversify his career to prepare him for that next level. He went to Patrol West, where he's working as of today. However, that's going to change with this upcoming promotion. You know, when you look at a lot of the different candidates, I try to find something that really describes him. I mean, he's been persistent in regards to fulfilling this dream and this goal as far as his career, and he's worked hard with the support of his family, his friends, to get him to this level. I can tell you that as we discussed promotions, there was a tremendous amount of support from the field services supervisors, and I weigh that very, very much when making promotions, and so they saw a lot in you as far as what you can take to the next level. So the bar has been raised, the challenge has been given for you to continue to do the things that you've done over the last several years of your career, which is to excel. So on behalf of the organization, I'm proud to present you with your Detective Shield.
Well, I was told to try and keep this short, so Chief Williams, command staff, I'm very grateful for this opportunity that you guys are providing for me. I look forward to this challenge as I embark on this new part of my career. I'd like to say a special thanks to my family for their support and for giving a little extra of my time to be able to do the things I needed to do to reach this position. So thank you very much.
I'm taking a break, by the way. If Joshua Hutchins and family can please come down. Good afternoon, sir. Introduce your family members.
I've got my mother, Sandra, my dad, Jeff, my brother, his uncle, and cousins are over on the side.
They can come down.
Oh, they're comfortable.
Oh, okay. Did you realize 10 years ago that you'd be standing where you are today when you began your career, when you went in that academy?
I hope.
Okay. His career began in 2004, July the 12th, 2004. Take a guess what his first assignment was when he graduated. Patrol North. Jeff, no wonder you did so well up there as a bureau commander. You had all this talent up there. But anyway, after a period of time working Patrol North, you decided you wanted to go to Patrol Release, where you also worked during a short stint of your time. You've currently been serving as the Patrol West SCAT personnel. One of the things that I hear when I talk with members of the gang and homicides, when we have to bring the SCAT teams in, that they describe you and your partner as bulldogs. I don't know why, but I'll let you explain that to your family. But anyway, he's been able to really make a difference in different areas that he's served and he's worked as an officer. He now has an opportunity to take that experience and truly do what he's aspired to do, which is be a detective and to continue to make a difference in the community. And so with that, it gives me great honor, Josh, on behalf of the organization, to present you with your Detective Shield.
First, I just want to say thanks to the chief and command staff for giving me the opportunity to do this. Thank you to my family for supporting me, friends, same thing. I'm honored, humbled to be a part of this group getting promoted today. There's a lot of very good promotees. I'm just humbled to be a part of that, so thank you.
Well, we're down to one detective badge. Is Christopher Marceau in the audience? Please come on down with family and friends. Or
made it easy on the chief.
This is my wife, Amanda.
Welcome, welcome. She says, I don't really want to be down here. I don't like being in front of all these folks, so let's get it over with, right? You know, when you look at Christopher Marceau, he's been a family member of the Marceaus that have contributed to this community throughout the years. And I know right now the family's proud of what's getting ready to happen to him. His uncle, his brother, his dad, they all did an extended period of time serving this community and serving this organization. Both Phil and Dan Marceau, they both retired from this organization. And so Christopher is continuing that tradition of the Marceaus and taking it to a whole new different level. Christopher began his career on January the 9th, 2006. Upon graduating, he did not go to Patrol North. He went to Patrol West. After a period of time out of Patrol West, he decided he wanted to continue to develop his career. So in 2010, he went to Patrol North, where he worked as an officer as well. He just recently, and I do mean recently, as of July 19th of 2014, he was assigned to the gang unit. And so he had a short stint up there as a gang unit because now he's getting ready to be a detective. And so with that, it gives me great honor to present you, Christopher Marceau, with your detective badge.
Well, I know my face is red, but it's always red. So, most of all, I'd like to thank my wife, Amanda. In the last 8 years, she's been very supportive and patient with me, working nights all the time, and I appreciate it. I'd also like to thank my family. My father couldn't make it today, but over the last 8 years, he's been the person that has given me the most advice regarding this job, and he's taught me a lot, and I appreciate him. I'd also like to thank command staff for giving me 3 weeks in the gang unit. I've learned a lot in these last 3 weeks, especially with Officer Aaron Chafee teaching me. He's done a good job. I'd also like to thank you for having the confidence in me for this promotion. Thank you.
I would like all of the promotees, please join me up front, as well as the deputy chiefs. All the promotees. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned at the outset of my comments, to be able to have the support of friends, families, and colleagues as you achieve yet another milestone in your career means a lot, because they realize with your presence you have raised the bar of expectations. You expect them to continue to excel, to provide the best services they can, not only to this community we call home, but also to the organization that is called the Wichita Police Department. As we look at these new promotees that were promoted today, they continue to represent the future of this organization as we go forward. As I've said time and time again, I'm proud of the men and women of this organization, because you're the ones that make a difference in the lives of each and every one of our citizens, one person at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing yet another class of promotees in 2014. As they're leaving the chambers, they're going to have a reception line, so you get a chance to shake their hands and congratulate them on this milestone within their careers and within their lives. And so thank you for being here.